Hey guys, welcome back to OverTakes. This is Misfit.
And I'm Cal.
And we are here with our Week 20 preview of the Overwatch League. The preliminaries for the Summer Showdown. We had a little bit of news. Nothing major, really. Cal, you want to start us on that?
Yeah, so this is a big pickup for the Gladiators to pick up a player named Kevster from Team Doge from Contenders, who I believe they just won the North American Contenders.
Yeah, they won the NA. So,
and
DPS
he was
player.
a big part of that.
Yeah.
Their main DPS. He's mostly a hit scan player.
He shares a lot of his hero pool with Birdring, but I don't think that's a bad thing right now.
No, I think honestly, I think they'll pair very well together. And honestly, I think they'll find a way to make it work.
Yeah, because if you really look at it, we're running a lot. Everybody is running a lot of double hit scan. You're running Tracer Ash. Sometimes you throw in Soldier, you throw in a little Widowmaker. There's a lot of interchangeable DPS heroes that these guys are good at, that are relevant, that you're going to be able to use. And I think this is a kind of like what we were talking about. They need a good DPS pickup, and I think this is it. Because hands down, Birdring is comeback player of the year if you're gonna do those kind of awards. In my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good pickup for them. This is the type of guy that we've screaming about them needing. Just a guy that can take over a game and win one for you.
Yeah.
This is a huge pickup. I'm very happy for them.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. As good as Birdring has played, they need that guy who can just go off.
Yeah, and just take over a game at any moment.
Birdring's consistent. Much like when he was on London, when they won the championship. He was the consistent guy. Prophet was the guy that would go off.
Exactly.
And just tear things up. He's consistently doing damage, and I like this pickup a lot. The more I looked into it and read stuff about him and I watched a little bit. Every once in a while, I'll watch a little bit when these guys get picked up just to see what they do. Because I don't watch Contenders enough. Maybe I should. I always say this. I say it all the time. I should watch more Contenders. But, So then the other news, we finally got the MVP skin.
We did.
And people are kind of hating on it big time. I don't think it's as bad as everyone's.
No, people are giving it way more hate than it deserves.
Yeah. I think the Doomfist skin was worse than this one.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie. I'm in the minority, obviously.
There are things I really like about it. The way it looks when you're fully charged looks really badass. Yeah. The gun is pretty cool. Part of the issue, and this goes for pretty much all of Zarya's skins, it's just her model in general.
She's oddly shaped.
She's very weirdly shaped. Her legs are so huge.
Yeah.
That it just it makes other things just look very strange.
Her head looks tiny.
Yeah.
In a lot of the skins, it reminds me, in Beetlejuice, the guy, the head shrinker guy at the end, that has the giant, Beetlejuice is at the end of the movie, the end where he's in line at the thing, and he's trying to take the guy's number. He has number 4, and Beetlejuice has got one that's 600 miles long.
Yeah.
The dude with the shrunken head, that reminds me of Zarya's model.
Well, this skin gives me vibes. Obviously, everyone pointed out the Men in Black vibes, but what it really looks like to me, specifically in Men in Black, is from the first movie, the woman that has the baby And
totally.
What the baby looks like. This is basically what the baby looks like grown up and joined the Men in Black.
I want that side arc. Can we get that movie? I mean, that would be cool. I think it looks like Bren. Yeah. I don't know why. I think it's the eyes. It looks like Bren. It looks like Bren in a suit with a big Zarya gun.
A little bit, yeah.
I don't think it's terrible. You know what? They're fun, for crying out loud. And if I was a Shock fan and a Sinatra fan, I would own it. But like you said, the Zarya skins are they're so weird.
Mm-hmm.
I generally have all the workout skins. Like I
mostly just use the her like warrior one or whatever.
Oh, the barbarian?
Yeah.
Yeah, the barbarian.
Even though that one looks a little weird below the waist.
It's because her legs are... Well, she's a weightlifter, so, you know...
She's got fucking tree trunks, though.
Yeah.
She definitely does not skip leg day.
No, she does not. And no one should skip leg day. The commentator or the actual day if you work out.
Agreed.
Well, and, you know, it's kind of modeled after that barbarian from Heroes of the Storm, and May just got added to Heroes of the Storm. Side note, if anyone plays that game still.
Yeah. And she's a tank.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
She's probably a fucking awesome tank in that game. When they
I'm
were starting,
genuinely intrigued.
Yeah. I might go in there.
I haven't played that game in like 2 years, though.
Yeah, neither. I might pop in just to see what she's about.
Yeah.
Just because her kit's perfect for a game like a MOBA.
Mm-hmm.
She has a perfect MOBA kit. You know, CC, wall offs, an ult that does, you know, stupid shit.
Like zoning and free. Yeah, like there's definitely some intrigue there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's move on to the meat of our episode, talking about some of these matches this weekend. We've got a full docket of games going on this weekend.
Yeah, we got lots of matches. And most of the good ones seem to be in the APAC region.
Yeah.
The matchups, at least. You know how that region is like 1 minute it's hot, 1 minute it's cold.
It really is.
Contrary to what Nero thinks. I had to throw that in there. We had a discussion about talking about... He posted a tweet earlier in the week about, you know, wanting to feed on bad NA teams, but you got to take care of the team that runs Winston Zarya.
Yeah.
As a comp first, before you worry about going to play Boston and getting free wins. Speaking of the team that ran Winston Zarya last week, actually, so did Shanghai, but Shanghai knows what the fuck they're doing with that. So let's talk about the first match. We got Seoul versus the Charge.
Does Seoul pull their heads out of their asses and start to actually play, or do they continue to just flop around like a dead fish or like a dying fish on a boat?
Yeah.
That didn't want to even bother catching them.
Yeah.
That is what they look like. They're the fish that they didn't want to catch.
Yeah. They're the fish at the end of the Faith No More video from the early 90s.
Yeah.
Flopping around. I'm old. I'm getting older this week, too, so y'all can shut up before you start. This match is fucking fascinating to me. The Charge are coming together kind of like we thought they were, but there's still holes.
Mm-hmm.
And the Seoul Dynasty are the Dallas Cowboys of the fucking Overwatch League. No matter what high-priced, good, high-profile players they get on this team, they just manage to fail. I don't like this is a whole side thing. People have been talking about Prophet's work ethic. First off, I follow him because I'm a fanboy, and he streams every fucking day. Dude plays Overwatch more than people can fathom. So I don't want to hear about his work ethic. The coaching aspect and the direction that they take this team in, that's a whole different story. I I want to see them like do reasonably well, but at this point, I don't know what they're doing. The Charge, I think, have a little coming into this match. I think the Charge have a little bit to prove. I think we might see another Soul disaster. To be honest, I think
it's entirely possible.
I think the Charge are really hungry, and I think that in this match, you have these guys like Nero, like he was talking trash on there, and they want to make sure that people realize that it's Shanghai, them, and maybe New York right now. Hard not to say New York in the mix, but yeah, I just it's fascinating because I don't know what's going to happen.
I just don't even know anymore when it comes to Soul.
Yeah.
Like until they come out and like go on a big run, I will have no faith in them.
And that run will end on a C9.
Yeah.
Or like if they were the Cowboys, which they are, it would end on a questionable call by the officials. And then for the next 20 years, Cowboy fans will complain about that and say that's why they haven't had another dynasty. But that Soul reminds me so much of Dallas that they mirror them. It's just ridiculous. That's the only reason why I bring that up. Honestly, I'm going with the Charge in this until Soul consistently proves otherwise. I'm going against them. Let's move on to the next match. We're going to stay in APAC on Saturday. We're going to go with the Spark and the NYXL. Mostly because, now, we're not big believers in the Spark. But the addition of Architect and Pygon as a coach and assistant could make this team a little bit better. I want to see what they do against New York. I also want to see the Haxel Nene show again. I think and he wasn't over there really that long. I mean, he had to have been playing from some kind of quarantine hotel room or something like that too. And he was just owning people on Ash.
He looked really good.
I mean, what are you expecting from the Spark? Let's just talk about that, because I expect New York to come out and just be ready to hammer them.
I don't know. I'm hesitant to say that this is going to make any difference for this team, because like until I see it, I can't believe it until I see it.
Yeah, and I still have questions with components on that team. Mostly their off-tank play. It's okay. Now, they showed up with their DPS with Architect.
Right.
And if you get Gouchway off of Winston, he's average. Going up against Mono and Hotba, Hotba's not the greatest. Like we said he's like Libero.
Yeah.
He's not the greatest, but he can play anything you need him to play at a reasonably high level. I can't say that about Rio. I can't say that. He was like, to me, he's a goat's tank. Or Rio. He's average at best sometimes. And you get Gouchway in certain situations, he's not great.
Yeah, it's...
I mean,
I can't have any faith in this team. It's similar to... I mean, less similar to Soul in the sense of, like... Soul has pieces that are great, but they just can't put it together, whereas with the Spark, I don't have faith in the pieces that they have.
They're slightly overrated. Other than Godsby, Architect, and IDK.
Yeah.
The rest of it's questionable. And
even then, I think overall, I think their coaching is lacking. And I think that's a really big hurt to them.
Yeah, and I think that's why Pygon's there. It's hard to go against New York after watching Haxel and Nate.
Right, and I think in this game, I feel like Hangzhou is really going to struggle.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think New York is...
Down the line, I could see them being...
Yeah.
Improving, but it's definitely not going to happen this week.
I think in that, like when we get to the August tournament, we'll revisit that.
Yes.
Right now, I got to go with New York. It's just they're not playing like the Colts, like we talked about. Like they're not playing that 2001 to 2005 or 6 Colts. They're playing that like the Colts now with Hacksaw in there. They're playing that like that Colts team that beat the Bears in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that seems
to me. They still could fail in the playoffs like they normally do, but I think it's I just think that New York is just superior. Let's move on to the next match. A lot of the good matches are on Saturday too. That seems to be a thing.
Yeah.
And this isn't necessarily a good match. This is a litmus test for one of the teams. We're going to talk about Paris and San Francisco. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we know what San Francisco can do. And by the way, that video with Super doing the voice.
Oh my God! Yeah, guys, check out my Twitter. I posted it. I saw it on Reddit, and I started off. I'm like, I'm just gonna want to see a couple of seconds of this, and I'm just curious what they're doing. But it worked so well. I watched the whole thing. They dubbed over basically the entire Overwatch 2 cinematic with Super saying lines where Winston would talk. And it's fucking gold.
Yeah, because it's Super being super.
My favorite part is like, oh, night shatter when the ride comes in.
Yeah,
I fucking lost it. Oh man, yeah, check it out. It's hilarious.
And the fact that they put Sinatra's face on Genji when he comes in. That was amazing. Whoever did that, it just needs.
Yeah,
we need
mad
more
props to that guy.
We need the Overwatch community to get back up on their memery.
Yes.
Come on, guys. That being said, I want to see what the new additions on Paris do against the best team in the league.
Agreed.
I really like where they're going with Sparkle. He looked fantastic last week. I don't think we're going to see Eggsy for a bit. They need to figure out the other DPS until Eggsy comes back. Their support line is insanely good.
Yeah, I mean, with their DPS going back and forth between, there's times where Soon looks really good. There's times where Nico looks pretty decent. I think they'll be better off if Eggsy doesn't come back anytime soon. Once Echo comes into the game again,
yeah,
because then they can just have Nico play Echo and they'll be set because Nico is a really, really good Echo.
Yeah, and watch out for these guys because they did throw that Genji. The Genji changes live makes the Genji play a little bit more consistent. Other than having to, this isn't a knock against the guys in the league that play Genji, but everybody just wait. You wait to win the one team fight when you have Nano Blade.
Mm-hmm. Because
these guys are so good. They get at least, it's very rare that these guys get like 2 kills on a Nano Blade. It's basically Nano Blade fight win. It just depends on when it is. With the way they upped his damage, especially with the you can actually do right click dash again or right click melee. I'm sorry, you can right click melee and pretty much take anybody out.
Yeah.
So and these guys are insanely good at that anyway. So I just want to see what happens. And San Francisco is San Francisco until somebody knocks them off the pedestal.
Yeah, pretty much. This point.
I think Paris can make this an interesting match. Notice we're going more with the interesting match than good match because these prelims for the tournament have not been the greatest. We've gotten a lot of 3-1s, 3-0s, even in the last stage.
Mm-hmm.
Or the last stage. Boomer OWL guy. The last tournament. I mean, obviously I think San Francisco's going to win, but I think Paris could just prove themselves a little bit more.
Yeah.
In this.
I'm fascinated to see where Paris does in this. I'm excited to watch more Sparkle.
Yeah, so am I.
What he does against a really good team like San Francisco.
Yeah, and his main was filthy. by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was another thing about Haxel, too. I don't understand how guys that are really good on super mobile characters are really good on May.
Yeah, right. It's really weird.
Like, logically, if you think about it, that's like saying a wide receiver can also play offensive line. You know what I mean? It's like, it just makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But it's just fascinating. Even if it's a 3-0, I think there's going to be some moments where Paris pops off.
I'm hoping they do. I hope there's at least... I hope there's some back and forth, and this ends up actually being like a good close game. I really think it has that potential.
I do too. All right. Next match, we're moving to Sunday. And we're going to go to the classic APAC match that you can never figure out what the fuck is going to happen. We're going to go with the Spark of the Charge.
Guangzhou versus Hangzhou. Who even knows with these teams? But at the same time, like...
These matches...
It's probably going to be a pretty good match.
Yeah. They're always a good match. There's always something, like, insanely good about, like, when these two teams play. Sometimes it's sloppy and weird, and it's just... It's entertaining, to say the least, when they play. I'm going back with the anti-Spark bias. I'm buying into the Charge right now. I don't know why. I just think they're just better all around. I believe Neptuno's coming back as well. I saw him tweet a couple things out that
That'd be good for them.
But I don't know if that's what they need. They seem to be playing pretty well with Chara.
Yeah.
To me, I mean, this is going to be a weird fucking match.
It really is.
Just for the entertainment value, guys, watching this match is just worth it on that level. Mm-hmm. As far as the winner goes, I don't know. I'll pick something when we do our McRae-Click picks. I'll figure something out. It's probably going to be Guangzhou. I don't know why I have fallen into this weird love affair with the Charge, but to me, they're really good with pieces that you're going, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the really good team, not psychotically great individual players other than Nero.
But just solid all around.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is more of a big match for the Spark.
Yeah, I could see that.
Just to kind of prove their point or whatever sports cliche you want to use.
Right.
Prove their point, prove their worth, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this is going to be a good one. The rest of the matches on Sunday are kind of horse shit.
Yeah, probably the only one that's got any kind of meat to it is going to be the Valiant and the Mayhem.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like your boys are probably going to roll.
Yeah.
I'm thinking probably like a 3-1.
A close 3-1. I'm going with, because I think the Valiant are playing much like the Mayhem were playing the
latter half of last year.
Yeah, they got a thing going, and tell you what, they impress me every week with stuff. Plus, can we just have Shax and fucking Yaki go at each other for the whole match, please? On Tracer, let's just do that. Everybody else just kind of play what you're going to play and let these two guys fucking have at it. Because I think that's going to be one of the fun things in this match. You're going to have Yaki on kind of equal footing on Tracer. Mm-hmm. And I'm not knocking the other people. I'm not knocking Carpe. Carpe's better at a lot of other things. He's really good at Tracer, but he's way better at other stuff. But seeing Yaki versus Shax on some maps would be fantastic. I do think the Mayhem match up with them better they have a better tank line. Just slaughter me, I don't care.
I agree.
But I will say that I think as far as main support, and I keep pounding on this. The Valiant had the edge, and
that's
I'm
fair.
still not used to my team being good, so you're gonna have to deal with that for a minute. You have to deal with me going, yeah, I don't know, and then on Twitter fucking going, yeah, I told you, motherfuckers, even though I didn't.
Fair enough.
I'm becoming a Buffalo Bills fan. This team's terrible. Yeah, fuck you. We're the best.
Right. Oh, God.
Where's the table? I need to jump through it. But the rest of the matches on Sunday are just kind of. We got Boston, Philly, San Francisco, Washington. Apparently, they don't want you to watch much Overwatch League on Sunday. They want to be over by somewhere around 6 o'clock.
You're kidding. Jesus.
Yeah, okay, so that's going to do it for, like, our match overview, like the matches that we're looking at. Let's dive into the McRight-Click picks, where we just go through the whole gamut of the Overwatch League weekend and just pick teams and, like, out of, like, a rapid-fire thing. If you guys haven't joined us, it's kind of... So, we have on Saturday, starting at 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, this Seoul Dynasty taking on the Guangzhou Charge. Guangzhou.
Yeah, I'm going to go Guangzhou.
It's Seoul. Prove it to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Next match, we could have put this in for an intriguing match to watch. We have the London Spitfire and the Chengdu Hunters. This could be intriguing to watch or Clown Fiesta of the week.
My bet is on Clown Fiesta, but I'm going to go with London in this game.
Yep, I'm going with London. I think they're more consistent. I think they have better overall team. Let's move on to the next match. We have Hangzhou taking on the New York Excelsior. I got New York.
New York. All the way.
Okay. Now moving to NA on Saturday. We have the San Francisco Shock taking on the Paris Eternal. I'm taking San Francisco. I think Paris takes the map, though.
Yeah, same.
Okay. I don't know if it's a Clown Fiesta or just what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
Match of the day. We have Atlanta Reign taking on the Toronto Defiant. Wow, the two milk carton kids could meet. We could have Erster and Surefour on the same map, in the same match. I'm going Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm going to go Atlanta, too. I
Reluctantly.
want to pick Toronto, but I just can't.
Reluctantly going with Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay, next match on Sunday. We have the LA Gladiators taking on the Houston Outlaws. Gladiators
all the way. Debut of Pester. Yeah.
Yeah, Houston is Houston.
Yeah.
Next match on Saturday, the last one of the night, we have the Dallas Fuel taking on the Vancouver Titans, and thank God Dallas gets a match where they can breathe a little bit.
Right.
I'm going with Dallas. Side note on Dallas, Labasco on Push the Point said Dia would be a great fit for the Dallas Fuel. And when he said that, I was like, oh my God, that is 100% the best thing that Dallas could ever do. Great hit scan. It would be a great 3-man rotation.
Yeah.
Doha isn't great on like Ashe and stuff like that, and Dia is. I just think it's fantastic. Anyway, next match. We are going to hit Sunday, 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have the Charge taking on the Spark. I'm going Charge.
I'm going to go with the Spark in this one.
Ooh, a believer.
Spark.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know why. I just have a feeling.
Because it's there, why not?
Sure.
Those two teams, it's literally a toss-up.
Yeah.
I got Guangzhou, you've got Hangzhou. Okay, next match on a Sunday, we have the Chengdu Hunters taking on the Shanghai Dragons. Shanghai.
Not even a question.
Yeah. I'm not going to rule out the fact that Chengdu could win, because that's what they do.
Right.
Is it probable? No. Could it happen? Yeah. Chengdu operates in alternate realities, so...
They do.
Okay, next match on Sunday, we have the New York Excelsior taking on London Spitfire. This was better 2 years ago, but right now, You just got to go New
right
York.
now it's just going to be a bloodbath from New York.
Yeah. Speaking of bloodbaths, we move to NA.
Oof.
Philadelphia taking on Boston.
Yeah, Philly.
Philly.
No question.
Marquee match of Sunday. We have the LA Valiant taking on the Florida Mayhem. I got my boys.
I'm riding the wave. Boys too.
It's going to end at some point. Just don't know when. Probably week 3, season 4. That's where I'm going. All right, I just threw that out there. I cursed my team. Sorry.
Fair enough.
Final match of the weekend. We got San Francisco taking on Washington. Yeah. I'm going to go Washington. I feel like Janu and Stitch are going to do a job on them.
I mean, you can take it if you want to.
That's a straight lie.
San Francisco all the way for me.
San Francisco could beat anybody in this league. There's like 3 or 4 teams that'll give them a battle. That's about it.
Right.
And Washington is not one of them.
Even close to that.
No. All right. So that's going to do the McRae picks. All right, guys. And that's going to do it for the episode. So everybody out there in YouTube land, thank you very much for giving us all of your views, all the likes, subscribes, all that kind of stuff. Everybody in podcast land, thank you very much for all of your support. If you're on YouTube, please give us a like and a subscribe if you haven't already. Out there in podcast land, if you could give us a rating, that'd be great. All right, everybody, enjoy the matches this weekend, and we will see you Sunday night for the back cap when you'll see that we were wrong about Shanghai and Chengdu. I just threw in Washington, San Francisco is going to be the biggest upset of the century. All right.
Oh, boy.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you in the next one.
Catch you guys in the next one. Later.